Okay, now let's talk about some examples of parabolas. So it says, find an equation of the parabola with vertex at 0, 0 and focus at 3, 0. So the first thing I want to do is figure out which one of those four equations I'm going to use. So I'm going to put my vertex at 0, 0. So there's my vertex. And I'm going to put my focus at 3, 0. So there's my focus. Now, what we always know, if we go back and we look at our equations, the directrix is below the closed part of the parabola, and the focus is inside the opening. So since our focus is over here to the right of our vertex, that means the parabola is going to open right. And again, that is because the focus is to the right of the vertex. So that means we need the equation for a parabola that opens to the right, which is y minus k squared equals 4a times x minus h. Okay. So remember, 0, 0 is our vertex. That's hk. We don't need our focus yet, but we will in a minute. So we can plug in y minus 0, our h and our k. We'll leave a blank for the a. We have to figure out what that is. How are we going to figure out what the a is? Well, if you recall, I said a is always the distance from the vertex to the focus. So how far is that distance? Well, 0, 0 to 3, 0, we just count straight across. 1, 2, 3. So that distance is 3, which means our a is 3. So we can put a times 3 right there for our a. And now let's just clean this up. Y minus 0 is just y. So we have y squared equals 4 times 3 is 12. So we have 12. And then x minus 0 is just x. So we have y squared equals 12x for our equation. Now, how do we graph that? Well, the easiest way is just to pick a point. So pick a value for y, solve for x. We already know we have the point 0, 0 for our vertex. So, I don't know, let's pick the point. Let's pick x is 3. The reason I'm doing that is because I know this is going to work out nicely for me. I know that's cheating a little bit. But let's let x equal 3. And you can let x be anything. Again, I'm just picking this because I know it will work out nicely. So if we plug this in, we get y squared equals 12 times 3, which means y squared equals 36. So if we solve for y squared by taking the square root of both sides, we get y equals plus or minus 6. So we got 2 points out of that. We got the point 3, 6, and we got the point 3, -6. So let's plot those. 3, 6, and 3, -6. By the way, it's always a good idea to let x be the same number a is. It lets you get nice points usually. And now we just have to make a parabola through those points. So we graph as well as possible. Now the one thing we have not put on here is our directrix. So remember, the directrix is the same distance away from the vertex as the focus is. So since the focus is 3 away on the side that the parabola opens towards, the directrix is 3 the other direction. So 1, 2, 3, my directrix goes right down through here. So that's the directrix. And I draw them dashed, but you could draw them solid if you want. And that is the line x equals -3 because it's vertical. So that's your first taste of these. We will do a couple more examples in the next video.